and Instagram right now. Haven't done that. So let's see how this goes. Hello, hello, hello. It is the last day of April 30th, and it is the last day to sign up for the Merriment Making book, my second technical real book. I have a ton of other publications and other things that you can interact with me and sign up for, but this is a really big, really exciting project. I have been self-proclaimed merriment maker. There was not a job title that felt right for me, so I made up this job title, and I have been kind of figuring out exactly how to make this real. So there have been a lot of ways that I have done that in this past 8 years of having my own business, and it's been really, really wonderful. I am so honored and grateful to have been along so many parts of a journey that I now get to coach other people on how to do that. And there's so many different multifaceted aspects, whether it's, loving your mind or your body or your choices or your business or your optimism or magic or manifesting or magic. Like it's really so many different things. And yesterday was this completely crazy day where, that's very normal in my line of life. Just bouncing around, right? So I wanted to share three stories that happened all in one day and remind you that these are all things that can happen for you. And also, like, if you are interested in becoming a merriment maker, which by that I mean creating your own joy, creating the joy that you have, that you want, the joy that maybe you feel like you miss, the joy that you had when you were a child, the joy that felt unadulterated and unapologetic and wonderful, wondrous, right? When we connect to our joy as a kid, we're not really even connecting. It is so raw, it is so unfiltered, and we don't need to have anyone really telling us that you have to like connect to it. It's just fucking there. So I want to remind you that yeah, the you can always sign up for the book that is happening because it's an all year project. It's something that happens, it's being released one chapter a month for the whole year. And it's starting on the first chapter will be released on June 1st, so basically a month from tomorrow. And then every first day of the month you'll get a new chapter. And then on every month you'll not only get that new chapter, but uh you're going to get a Zoom call with me, and it's a live like group coaching thing. So you can just listen, you can get feedback, you can also jump on and share your progress, get like ask specific questions, get one-on-one coaching with me, very similar to what we do on Customary Babes, but very specific container to what's happening in the group, the progress of the group of Merriment Making, the guide to getting back your joy. So there's also going to be, in addition to the book itself, which is a downloadable, printable, pretty PDF, there's also an audiobook of me reading it to you. So if you would prefer to listen to it while you're working out, or you are driving, or just, lying down, or that's how you prefer to take in information, that's there as well. And there's also going to be a list of tangible activities that is there for you. And these activities are accessible for people of all mental like capacities, people that have mental and physical disabilities of all kinds of bodies. I am completely sensitive to all of that, especially now that I have had 6+ mental illnesses for 20 years and now have a physical knee injury and have a fat body. Like I know that we're all completely different, and that, what I say for one thing might not work. So I will always approach things from completely different angles and not from a space of privilege. And this is like, I want to address the idea that this is not just like sunshine and rainbows. Yes, we are talking about merriment making, and I know that like brings up a lot of feelings of, the glitter and all that. So yeah, that is like the goal, right? We all want to be happy. We all don't want pain. Yeah, that is the fucking end goal here. But in order to get there, you have to address some shit. So every month there's also some really deep shadow work that goes on. It's not just me saying, hey, maybe you should blow some fucking bubbles. Like, I'm definitely going to tell you to do that, because when I host a yearly bubble parade, truly, like hundreds of people come out, we shut down a town and we blow bubbles. Hi. And yeah, like, people come up to me at the end and they're like, can you please do this every Sunday? And I'm like, no, I do this once a year. Do you know how much work this is? And also, what did you do today? You blew bubbles. Take this stick and go do it at home. So yeah, am I going to tell you to blow bubbles? Absolutely. But I'm also going to address the deeper rooted issues of fear that we have around why we can't be happy. Why it is that we feel like we are stuck in this paralysis of not being able to tap into our joy, why we are stuck in perfectionist mode, why we are stuck in these feelings and these limiting stories of, I can't be happy, but I believe that other people can. I believe that manifesting, magic, happiness, joy, optimism, play, fun, rest are all possible for everyone else except for me. That I have this huge set of imposter syndrome. Like, lay on all the imposter syndrome, except like it's only for me, right? If I had to give advice to anyone else on this specific issue, I would give it in a completely different way. But God forbid I take that advice myself. So no, we're not gonna just be like me giving you, I mean, yeah, are the worksheets gonna be pretty? Absolutely. I do color. Like, color is literally like rainbow balloons in my background. Yeah, my whole office is colorful. That's what I do. That's who I am. That's what you're getting with me. I am a fucking rainbow. That is me. But also, you don't get rainbow without the fucking rain, right? Like, yeah, okay. So, but also, can we fucking play in the rain? Yeah, you can play in the rain. So that is what this is about. That is what this is about, is learning how to play in the rain and also enjoying the rainbow. So yeah, you're gonna get a PDF, an audiobook, a tangible list of activities, because I am so fucking tired of all these spiritual, personal development books, whatever it is, giving you these abstract fucking tools and information and being like, oh my God. So like, I was like at this ashram and like it was so inspirational, and you like read this whole thing and it's like, wow, this was really fucking cool. I felt really inspired by all this. And then you're like, get to the end of the chapter and they're like, okay, and moving on. And you're like, wait, what do I do though? That felt really good. What do now though? What do now though? For real, what do now though? So I'll tell you what to do now though. I'm gonna give you a fucking ton of things to do now though. For real. We're not stopping until I give you homework, and I don't want you to continue until you do the fucking homework. These are step-by-step guided things, and that's why it's done month after month after month. So you have a whole damn month to implement that shit. Yeah, what to now though? Yeah. Now I tell you what to do now though. Yeah. So it is so ridiculous to get all of this inspiration downloads and be flooded with overwhelmed inspiration. That's a real thing. It is called shelf knowledge, where we just accumulate all these courses, all these Instagram channels, all these books, and we're just like, look at all this pretty stuff I have. No, knowledge isn't power. It's doing something with it. So I want to tell you all the cool stuff about how to feel happy or how to tap into your joy. But if you're not going to do the work, it's not for you. Truly. I'm being honest. There's a whole section on the sign up page which, by the way, I should probably tell you, it's uncustomary.org/merriment-making. It's in my bio. It's on my website. You can't fucking miss it. But it says, like, is this book for you? And it's not for you if you're not interested in being happy. One, if you do not, if you're happy not being happy, if you love it, if you love, like, having that as an excuse, if you think that just by purchasing this thing, or it is going to be like a magic spell that changes your life overnight, or you do not believe that change is possible. If you think any of those things, I don't even want you to buy it. I don't want you to waste your money. You're not ready yet, or you might not want to be. That's okay. We're all ready at different times. But if you believe any of those things, don't. I don't want you to waste your money. But you know what this book is for you? If you identify with these things, you're tired of feeling like it's all work and all play. You feel dread about the things in your life. You feel an enormous sense of pressure and obligation every fucking day. You miss your childlike sense of play and wonder. You can't remember the last time you relaxed. You feel an extreme sense of overwhelm and stress. You can't remember the last time you were happy, or you felt happy today. It's okay if you're doing this course and reading this book and doing all the work, and you also acknowledge that you are happy. Whether it's at some points during the day, last week, you don't need to be deeply fucking depressed to take this course. I promise. We can all reach higher points. Also, you can take this course if you believe you were never truly happy. If that's a block for you, you can the two things you need, any of those things can be applicable to you, but the two real things you need to do to take this is, are you willing to read and do the work? And do you believe that change is possible? That's it. Because if you don't believe that change is possible, it fucking won't be. It won't. So, if you believe, then it can happen. I promise. Now, let me tell you a couple things that happened yesterday. Well, first of all, okay, hold on. There's so many fucking bonuses that are happening. This is why I came on today, because there's a whole 20 more days of the pre-sale. But I'm coming on today because there's 20 bonuses that are happening that are expiring tonight. And I want you to get access to them because they're going to go away. So if you don't check out by the end of today, you can even do the 2 payment plan. You don't need to, you just need to enroll. So if you do that, there's a list of 20 plus bonuses that are, it's a month of Merriment workbook, EFT, meditation, divine embodiment practices, challenges, videos, lectures, webinar replays, tarot readings, more meditations, affirmations, digital images, Pinterest boards, desktop, backgrounds, playlists, digital certificate or printable certificates, so much stuff. And they're from the Uncustomary Babes group. We did a whole month on this already. And if you are an Uncustomary Babe and you have access to this right now, you can still get it. You can, one, gift it to someone else, or you can just know that you'll have access to this no matter what, even if you end up choosing to not be an Uncustomary Babe at some other point. So it's up to you. It's not, I mean, technically, if you've taken the course before, that specific stuff before, you might be getting a repeat of bonuses, but first of all, it's free. And second of all, you can gift it to someone, or just know that even if you ever canceled your subscription in the future, then you have it forever. So those bonuses end tonight at my Eastern time, midnight. And go to uncustomary.org/merriment-making. The sign up is in my bio. It's everywhere. It's on my website. It's on my Facebook. It's everything. And, this whole year, honestly, all the time, we have felt disconnected from joy. We felt so disconnected from joy. It's crazy, And I really just want to continue to articulate that I am not going to gloss over real shit. That we have experienced grief in a very collective and personal way. And it is so natural, even without what's happened in the world and in, like, whatever, to feel sad, stressed, depressed, overwhelmed, grieved, and just disconnected from joy. So I promise you that I'm not going to gloss over any of that. And there's going to be acknowledgement of real life shit, of death, illness, poverty, addiction, trauma. And also, I have my BA in psychology. I worked at a psychiatric rehab center for 5 years. I am a life coach. I also just like, I have complex PTSD, bipolar, OCD, Tourette syndrome, panic disorder, trichotillomania. I have dealt with anorexia, self-harm, suicide, drug addiction, sexual abuse and assault. I am part of the LGBTQIA plus community. I have experience with poly, non-monogamy, kink. Like, I'm in therapy myself. I take medications. I'm enrolled in multiple educational programs constantly because you do not want to learn from a teacher who is not fucking constantly learning. I have published multiple books and publications before. I like own my own business. Like, I'm fucking doing the thing. And I promise you that this is not going to be fruits and rainbows all the time, but it will be. It's both. It's fucking both. And that's the beauty of me, is that I'm going to draw you in with balloons and then we're going to talk about some real shit. You can have both, I promise. So, yeah. Let me tell you about some stuff that happened yesterday. So, one, do you know what happens, like, to all the socks that, like, go away? Like, I feel like all of the socks leave, like, with the bobby pins and the hair ties and our sanity, like, all of those things leave. So I came in here to write some sticky notes because I've been writing thank you notes for the people that, like, sign up for my book. And I came in here and I went back in my bedroom and there was a clean sock on my floor, just like waiting for me. So I believe it's possible that if you are in the vortex of loving your life and believing in magic, that these socks might possibly re-enter your life. I'm not saying that if you sign up for my book that that is going to happen. I'm saying that it's possible. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying weirder shit has happened. So that's one thing. The second thing is, again, I'm not glossing over, like, I'm not saying I have a perfect life in any way. Yesterday, I found out some weird crap about my house, and it went really poorly with my landlord. And I was actually crying in my car. And this woman came up to me, and she was like, she had this bag full of, like, religious paraphernalia, and I saw all the symbols and stuff on it, and I was like, oh God, it's like, usually that's not a quick interaction. And I was already vulnerable. I was crying. I did not want to deal with what was happening in that moment. But I still, like, cracked my window and I wanted to acknowledge this person, and her energy was still fine. And I said, like, what's up? And she told me that she wanted to give me a gift. And she just gave me this, like, little tiny pamphlet. And inside of it was a $2 bill. She didn't pontificate. She didn't tell me anything weird. She didn't even tell me that, like, what her religion was. She didn't tell me anything. I just told her, like, that was really sweet and that, like, made my day better. And I asked what her name was and what her cute dog's name was. And I told her, like, I was having a bad day and that really helped me. And she was like, I'll pray for you. And then she just walked away. She just gave me a $2 bill. So it reminded me of my great aunt Dorothy, who, until she turned literally 100, she died like a week after she turned 100. She would always send me a $2 bill for my birthday in the mail. And I missed that. And I was just like, wow, that's really sweet. And look at how, like, when we say yes to life, which is, like, part of this, right? Part of merriment making, what can happen? So now I really want to just, like, go to the bank and just ask for a ton of $2 bills and hand them out to people and, like, tip everyone with them, because $2 bills, I think, might be the new $100 bill. I'm just saying that. So that's probably going to make its way into the book. Let's be real. Okay. And the last thing that was the most magic, maybe, I don't know, is I was leaving physical therapy, which was, again, really hard. We can have really hard things and really magical things on the same day. There is not a need to separate both, right? And I left physical therapy, which really wrecked me. And I was like, God, you know what I really want is I want to find a really, really, really bright ass pink bush, or maybe even a deep red. So I just started driving, and I even documented it. I went on Instagram. You could probably find it. I'll put it in the highlights if it's not still there. And I was like, I'm gonna find a really bright bush, and you can look at the timestamps. Less than 10 minutes, I found the most perfect bush. And as I was walking over to the bush, a woman was getting out of her car and she was walking up to that bush. And I was like, is this your house? Because I mean, it's one thing to find the bush that of like your dreams and like that you're thinking about. But she was getting out from getting groceries and walking up to her house. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is your bush. And she was like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, this is weird. But I told her. And she was like, oh, great. Do you have scissors with you? Because you can like cut off some if you'd like. I'm not going to miss it. It's huge. And I carry scissors around with me everywhere and all these tools, googly eyes, confetti for emergencies. And I cut off a piece and I took it with me. And yeah, look, it's beautiful. And it was just this pure moment of magic. And within like less than 10 minutes, I found exactly what I was looking for, and it was even better than I expected. And it's just all three of these moments with the sock manifesting out of nowhere, like this socks don't come back. I don't know what you're if you don't think this is magic, I don't even what are you talking about? A random person giving me a $2 bill when I was crying in my car, and finding exactly the bush that I wanted to find, and her letting me take it so I could put it in a vase when I got home, all in one day. Which doesn't mean that I didn't experience physical pain at physical therapy and emotional pain from finding out this like construction issue at my house. But I was also, while I was doing that, selling books for Merriment Making. I was literally getting PayPal notifications on my phone from these beautiful people who are believing in what I'm doing. And it's fucking fantastic. And I want you to know that you can do this too. That you can manifest your own merriment, that you can make your own magic, that you can be a merriment maker, that this title is something that I made up, but it's not mine. I want to share it with you. I have PDFs of everything. I literally have a certificate that I want to give you that you can print out and hang on your wall that says you are a merriment maker. I have a 12-month, a whole year of content that I want to give to you so that you can assimilate it, so that you can like turn it into real life stuff, so that you don't binge read it and you can actually turn it into part of your life, so that this is not just something that you read at night and then you forget. I want this to be something that you change, that you turn it, you create alchemy with it. That's what you do. And again, this isn't going to work if you don't believe, but if you do believe in the potential of love and merriment and play and joy and fun and optimism and magic and expansion and beauty, then it can be. It can be, and it will be, even on days that feel hard. And that's really the whole point, right? Because it's easy to feel good when you already feel good, but how can you feel good when you feel bad? And that's really what I'm going to help you to learn how to do. So if you're not convinced yet, that's okay. I don't know what to tell you. Check out the sign up page on customary.org/merriment-making. It's 20% off. You can do 2 installments. And even if you do the 2 installments and you check out by the end of today, you still get the 20 plus bonuses. And you can even gift them to someone else if you want. It lists out everything. There's literally, I'm looking at the countdown. It's 9 hours left. That's crazy. Yeah. So I really want you to be able to digest your reactions and your results and to feel excited every the first of every month. You know, you'll have new content every single time, and you get to see results in real time with the community that's coming with you, which I think is really fun. And be assured that I have written a book before. I've written a book in 3 months that has 5 stars, and it is time for my second one, you know? So if you want reviews on my first one, there are ample reviews on Amazon and Goodreads and my site, and just praise and reviews about like how I run workshops, how I run my membership group, how I do all sorts of things. Really, there's a whole section on my website just called praise. But honestly, I just want you to feel my enthusiasm for merriment. This is something that I believe in. I believe that merriment is a really important part of life. I believe that merriment is the purest form of happiness. And I want to show you what I know. Because part of coaching, the real purest part of coaching, I think, is helping people get to where you've been and where you are in a much quicker, easier, faster way than you got there yourself. Because you don't want to be selfish with the knowledge that you know. And I don't want to be selfish. I want to show you. And I want to show you how to get there as quickly as you can. And that doesn't mean that you're going to take 12 months to feel something. It means that every month you're going to have real information to assimilate, integrate, and feel. So if you have any questions, hit me up. But clock is ticking for these bonuses. 20% off and 20 bonuses by the end of the day. It's time. It's time to invest in yourself, to invest in the rest of the year. I don't want you to wish that you had these bonuses and me to be like, that sucks. So I hope to see your name in my email. And in the middle of May, you will get access to all of these things. And if you want to do this as a gift, just like let me know. And whether it's the whole thing or just your bonuses, let me know. It's all just me, so I can just make everything customized. I love you so, so much. I hope these stories about merriment made you happy. That's my goal here. And yeah, uncustomary.org/merriment-making. Have a really, really wonderful day. Bye. Okay, I don't remember how to end this though. Oh no.